Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. Patients, survivors, and volunteers were in Washington, D.C. earlier this week talking to Congress members, urging them to make the fight against cancer a top priority in the United States. Lisa Wilfong is from Branson. She's the Missouri lead volunteer with the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network. Lisa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's wonderful to be able to talk about this.
And it's wonderful to talk to you about this. We were talking before we started recording. You were telling me about your experience being in Washington, D.C. Earlier this week. You said it was your first time there, but you have been to Jeff City multiple times.
Right. I go to Jeff City for Lobby Day anytime I can go to that, because there you also meet with your senators and your representatives on the state level, because there are certain bills that you need to look at there too. But this is my first time to D.C., and there was actually over 600 volunteers and staff members there to lobby.
A few of them from Missouri as well?
There was about 8 of us from Missouri.
Okay.
That include our grassroots manager and our other ACT leads. Like I told you, an ACT lead is based on each district. I'm for District 7, which is Billy Long's district. We had somebody from all 50 states and territories. Wow. So it was huge. This shirt here that I've got on, everybody was wearing that on Tuesday. So you could see the sea of blue as you go through the hallways in the Senate and the House of Representatives offices. It was just amazing.
And while there, did you get to speak with Congressman Billy Long, Senator Hawley, Senator Blunt, and what was that experience like?
Our first meeting of the day was with Senator Hawley. I'd never met with him before, and he was one of those people that's easy to talk to, very knowledgeable on the bills, and sincerely interested in wanting to, look at things and help us when we can. He's already signed off on the colorectal cancer screening. And another new bill that we were talking to all of them about, we were the first ones to come in and talk to these people about it, is tobacco and teenagers. And in the past year, there's a 78% increase in vaping or use of e-cigarettes for high schoolers, and 43% increase in junior high. And that is huge. And the industry calls it vaping. We call it e-cigarettes because it is what it is. It is a cigarette product. It does have nicotine.
The American Cancer Society, with the Cancer Lobby Day, the primary goal is to make the fight against cancer a national priority.
Yes.
What exactly does that look like? One of the examples I read here is increased funding. Increased funding,
that is amazing story, is that we found out Tuesday. We got a call. Our grassroots manager out of Jeff City got a call directly from Senator Blunt, and stating that the $2.5 billion we asked for an increase, he has approved, his committee has approved of a $3 billion increase.
So you received good news on Tuesday while in
D.C.
D.C.
With a personal phone call from the senator himself.
Now, Lisa, with the fight against cancer a national priority, we were talking earlier and said, there is not one person today that can say, I don't know anyone who hasn't had cancer. We're all somehow impacted by it, whether we're a patient, a survivor, or know someone who's had it. Tell me about your why, your personal why, and the why for the organization as well, like why we need to make this a priority in the country right now.
I've been with American Cancer Society with Relay for Life for 20 years. And before that time, I was looking for something to donate my time to make a difference. And my grandfather had prostate cancer, and at the time they couldn't do much for it, which was really sad. And so somebody told me to be on the Relay for Life committee for Stone and Taney counties. And 4 years after that, my husband got the diagnosis of cancer. He is a 16-year colorectal cancer survivor, and it's, you've got to do it. And like on the colorectal cancer screening, that's going to impact us, because as of next year, we were going to be on Medicare, and he has to have an annual screening. He can go into his colonoscopy as the law stands right now and wake up with a medical bill if they have to remove a polyp or if they find something. And with this a new bill that they've been trying to pass for 5 years, so it's not really new topic, but it's a new bill, that would eliminate that cost to seniors. So it should be covered. You know, you go to your insurance company, you go and do a colonoscopy, and your insurance covers that if you have polyps removed.
It's preventative.
Yes.
And it's something, as we talked earlier, a lot of people don't go to the doctor because of the cost, because they don't know how much that bill will be when they wake up tomorrow.
That is correct.
Lisa, if people want to find out more about your efforts, can they go to a website? How can they get in touch with you?
They can go to cancer.org.
Okay.
And as simple as that. And also there you'll find an 800 number that's manned personally by someone 24 hours a day.
Lisa Wilfong, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you.
We'll be right back with more right here on Ozarks Fox.